I love the brow pencil, and as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to be placing an order for my brow pencil. It just makes it quick and easy, and I need quite a few things, but I've been busy and haven't even ordered it. And then when I was going to order it, I was leaving town and I didn't want it to be there, so I waited till I got here. But now I am going to get that order in. Otherwise, it will be here and I'll be gone. Like they're okay. So for me, they're a little dark. So I'm just going to take them and brush them through. And that just kind of takes out the excess powder. Brows is still fairly new for me. I've only been doing them a few years. They definitely have made a huge difference, but I still sometimes feel like I overdo it. So this is going to be kind of a natural look here today. I'm going to grab this blending brush, this crease brush. Pardon me. I want the blending brush though. I want the blending brush because I want it to be light. And I'm grabbing actually this darker color, but when I use it with the blending brush, it's not as dark. So I always like to start here in the middle and come to the left and then right. And the reason I do that is so that I don't have a whole bunch over here. And I don't want it, it's just where most of my product is going to set. And then I just swish it back and forth. Swish it back and forth. See how that, I just feel like the color is really good and it goes on not real heavy and it blends real easily in there. So I'm going to grab that again, tap off the brush, start in the middle, come to the end and go back and forth. La, 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 la. So I've got a bunch of kids here with me today because my daughter is in Haiti, and some of you already know that. And she, and I don't get to see these ones all the time because we're down in Missouri and they are here in Iowa. So when I get them all together, it is quite the daycare center because 2 of them are 4 months apart and then the other ones are like 2 years apart. So let's see, I have a 6, a 10, a 6, a 9, and 2 11s. So, and 3 boys and 1 girl. So, and my girl, she is girly girl. She is a girly girl. So she tries to play with the boys, but she just really wants to play girl stuff. All right, I'm going to grab this called Brassy, and that's kind of what it is. It's kind of a darker champagne color. I'm using the crease brush, and I do the crease brush when I get the shimmer colors just because I feel like I can tap it on there without getting a lot of fallout and just placing it right where I want. See that? I like this brush. This is a synthetic brush, and so it holds up really well. It's great for your cream shadows, especially the shimmery cream shadows, but it's good for any of my shimmers. Let's blend that out just a little bit. So how many of you guys know JoJo Siwa? Comment below if you know who she is, because I did not. And I'm finding out that that is like a fate worse than death not to know, because that is my granddaughter's favorite of favorites. JoJo Siwa is the big bow girl. She loves big bows and she sings a boomerang song. And the other day when we got here, we were having a swimming party. And then we went to dinner and she left her towel in my car. And so I said, that's okay. I'll put it in your car when I leave, because we had to leave because one of the little ones had had just a little bit too much sun that day and wasn't feeling good. So I said I would be the one to bring him home. And so I opened the car door next to me. It was unlocked. So I just opened it up and put the towel in there. Well, as soon as she left, they called me and they said, Mom, did you say you put the towel in the car? And I said, yeah, it's in the back seat. And she says, we can't find it. We're in the car. And I said, I put it in right next door, next to our car, opened the door and put it in the seat right next to that. And it was like a minivan. And she's like, Mom, that's not my car. So I was like, are you serious? So I'm in the Boone page that is the local group page here. And I called myself out and said I was in somebody's car. Didn't mean to be. Thought it was my daughter's. Long story short, we did find the towel. And we got it back. And she was very happy. And the towel is a JoJo Siwa unicorn towel. So, I mean, it's like the epitome of awesomeness to her. And I just felt really bad. I figured the worst thing I'd have to do is buy her a new one. But they run between $8 and $40. So it depends where you get them. I don't know if they're the same or not. So this is the liner brush. And it's on the end of the brow brush. And the thing is that this month's special is going to come with just a liner brush. And I'm excited for that because this is the same one I use on my brows. And I used a black. So if I'm not careful, I'm still going to have excess product on here. And I'm going to make my brows too dark. So I'm excited about having a second brush available to me. To use one for my brows and one for my lids when I do that. I also used the cream shadow in the color Magnificent to give me that. And if you liked gel and you like applying your liner with a brush, then you want to grab this month's Kudos because it's going to be a great brush. And you can grab a palette that has a dark color in it that you can use as a liner shader brush, or grab the Magnificent cream shadow and use that as a black. It's not going to move. It is going to stay there all day long. Let's get some foundation on here. Normally I have a little bowl that I make my brew in, and so this couple days I've been just adding it on my hand. Now, obviously, my hands are not the color of my face because that would be too dark. So I have a little bit of foundation, a little bit of the liquid illuminizer, which I do not think it's available anymore. I think it's completely sold out. And I mix them together because it gives me a fake radiance. Now, my face is actually looking pretty decent because I used my exfoliator mask in the shower this morning. So I've exfoliated the dead skin, and that will also help give me a little more radiance. But when I put the foundation on, then it kind of covers that radiance up. So I just add a little bit of the highlighting cream to give me a little more radiance. Now, if you are somebody who doesn't really wear makeup, use the exfoliating mask because that's going to take the dead skin off your face. You're just going to scrub it off, and it's just going to leave a natural radiance. Now, I was lucky enough to get a mosquito bite on my face right here. Do you see that? It's not a zit. It is a mosquito bite. I'm like, really, guys? You had to do it on my face? Mimicking mosquito bites. I got one here, I've got another one here, and I've got some on my neck here. So I obviously was having a fight with a mosquito the other night. All right, there we go. I'm going to just put on my lip stain. The lip stain is part of that special as well. The lip stains are like a watercolor. They're very, very loose, fluidy, but they dry to a matte finish. They will stay on until you take them off. It's different on everybody. If you have oilier skin, they don't stay on as long. If you've got drier skin, they will stay on longer. But you'll want to exfoliate your lips first. And then I like to just do it because it's got that like a dough tip applicator. I like to go along the edge and kind of line it. I kind of make an X. Okay, see, I get that X right there, and then I come down. If you have thinner lips, you can go a little thicker with this on the outside of it. If you got really thick lips that you want to make thinner, go on the inside. All right. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to show you how awesome that is. I'm going to add just a little bit of concealer because I didn't add that to my brew here, and I'm not going to need very much. I find when I do the concealer after my foundation, I don't use as much. But sometimes I don't have time to be doing it back and forth, so I just put it all together. I used a little bit lighter color because then it'll work as a highlighting tool as well without shimmer. And then I'm going to grab my blush brush, just the side of it. I grab the darker side first, and then I take the lighter side and I go right on the top of it. Okay, now I'm going to grab this brush. Now I love this brush here. And I'm just going to blend the two. I'm going to grab this and just... Okay, so I'm going to put mascara on. You guys have seen me do that plenty of times before. I'm going to go grab my mascara and finish up, and then we are heading to the library today. So if you saw anything here that you liked and you want, or you have questions about it, you guys, this is awesome. Look at, it's not going off on my finger. I can do the tissue test. You're not going to see it on my skin or the tissue or anywhere else. My husband loves this because he doesn't want to have lipstick all over him when he's done kissing me. So this works as a great... The lip stains don't get advertised as often, and I don't think we talk about them as often or make them feel as wonderful as they are. But they really are a wonderful tool. I love them because it feels like I'm wearing nothing. It's not going to smudge on anything. It's long wearing, long lasting lip stain, which is staining my lips so that it's going to be there all day. So yesterday I was showing it on my hand, and I washed my hand several times during the day. Never came off until this morning when I showered and actually had to scrub it off. So there it is for you guys. Hopefully you have seen something that you like. Every time that you purchase from me or another direct salesperson, you are helping for that person to stay home. And I know some of you are like, well, so I have to go to work, right? One of the reasons that I stay home is so that I can babysit grandchildren. And I allow my children to do their work. And I feel like their work is so valuable that this really helps me. So I have 2 kids that are in the military. So as they are fighting for our country, I'm able to watch my grandson. And my grandson is not with daycare. And today, this week, my daughter is in Haiti, and she is on a missions trip. And so I get to be here helping her with that. And again, the kids get to be with family members, that she can, know that they're probably getting a little bit too much sweets and they're getting a little bit spoiled. But, for the most part, I try to obey her rules. And I keep them at bedtimes and try and give them a few healthy snacks here and there. But, it's grandma time, and I really appreciate that time. And so that's what I get to do because you guys are purchasing from me. And I really appreciate it, and I thank you for your support. But on the flip side of that, you're